Hey everyone, this is Sue. I have these kits in my Etsy store, and I'm going to use one, and I'm going to create a quick journal. What made me think of doing it is I got an order in this big cardboard envelope, so I cut all the ends off, and then I cut it to fit my pages that are in this kit, and kind of accordion this folds a little bit, and also made a few more folds in the, so give me a little more space than just a real flat. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover, take my, let's see, this kind of pinned shut with this. So I'm going to make a little journal out of one of these kits. And they're kind of fun and they're kind of easy because all the deciding work on what papers to use and how to cut them, it's all done. Okay, so I'm just going to take the pin out, my angel, and I'm going to untie it. And I'll use this to tie my journal shut when it's done. And I got some fun things here. I'm going to open it up, and then here's my pages. It's like one signature, so it'll fit in here just perfect. So I'm kind of excited about that. So now I'm going to take my leather cover, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I don't know that I want to fold it over, although I could. There's enough fabric where I could. What I thought I would do is just, cut it to fit. And then put some fabric on the inside, just have some frayed edges. So, what I'll do is I'll go glue my cover. I mean, you know how to glue. You just put your glue on, and then I'll decide if I'm going to wrap this around and then put my fabric on, or what I'm going to do. So as you can see, I put glue, just all over on my cardboard. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm just going to kind of lay it on. I'm going to lay it on there so I can decide whichever way I want to do it. If I want to cut it all the way around, or if I'm going to wrap it around. I just love this faux leather. I don't know. It just feels cool. It looks cool. It's really easy to work with. Just love it. Okay, so that'll be my cover. Okay. And I'll kind of trim around it, and then I'll probably wrap it like that. What I didn't want to do is get too much in my, so it would be bulky in there, but I think it'll be okay. This stuff is thin enough. I'm just trimming all around. I suppose it's maybe a generous ½ inch away from the cardboard. It doesn't really take too much cutting because I really like this fringy stuff, but I'm gonna have to cut it off. It's not gonna show anyway, but I don't know, maybe I'll use it for something else, an edge on something, or see, it's cool. Okay, well, we'll lay our pieces over here. Never know when we're going to use them for pockets or whatever. So now I will go around and I'll glue all my edges around it. I usually like to trim by the corners so they're not so bulky. and then glue them down. So I'm starting to kind of glue. I add some glue and I'm just kind of wrapping it around the cardboard. So after I have it all glued, it looks something like this. Wow, cool. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. So now I'm going to, that's the only thing I don't have in the kit is like an inside liner. So you could use paper or fabric or whatever. I'm gonna put some fabric on the inside now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut that so that it just fits right inside my little, First what I'll probably do is I'm gonna sew around the edges. And then I'm going to glue my fabric in from the inside. On this piece of fabric, get my lights on here. And, you know, it's just kind of plain. I don't know, it probably wouldn't really be my first choice if I was going to pick stuff out. But when I lay it in there and I look at it with the, you know, I think that's going to look really cool. So I'm going to glue that in and then I'm going to sew around the edges. And then we'll be ready to put our signatures in. I have my glue on my fabric now. I'm going to take it, kind of lay it on there gently, line it up where I want it to go. Pick this side up and just take some fiddling a little bit. For some reason, fabric always seems to grow when you put glue on it. It's kind of fiddly, but eventually it goes on there. Okay, I think I got it all on there as good as I'm gonna get it, and like I said, I'll probably sew around the edges. Just, you know, kind of keeps everything, just doesn't kind of come up on you. So then I'll just lay it flat, probably have something on it while it dries, something weighted so it dries flat. I have the sewing done all around the edges, and I'm gonna make sure, you know, I have about 3 fold lines so my spine is a little rounded. So I'm just gonna work the fabric in there and make sure it doesn't buckle up when you fold it. And then the same thing over here. Kind of form the fold I want it to have, kind of rounded. Okay, so now we're ready to put our signatures in. We're gonna put our pages in now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie it in with this ribbon, kind of like this ribbon, and I'm going to take some bobby pins and open up my signature. This is just exactly the way it came in the kit. So I'm just gonna put some bobby pins on there to just hold my pages together while I punch the holes so they don't, you know, they don't move on me. Okay, that should do it. So this is the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm not really going to measure. I'm just going to punch one in the middle and then one on each, you know, about 1 inch in on this page. So I just take my awl, kind of work it till I see it. See? Can you see? It's just kind of peeking out there. About like that. And I'm going to go about 1 inch in on the short page. There. And then down here. Do one about here. You can measure if you want. My middle one probably isn't exactly in the middle, but sometimes I try not to do everything so perfectly all the time. So I just really admire the journal artists that could do things that are just more free, and it's a challenge for me. Okay, so it has to go in this way. So what I'm going to do, now that I can see my holes, I'm going to hold it on. You can see where my middle, I'm going to kind of hold it in there. It kind of fits in there just exactly right. Then I'm going to mark on my cover, align it up with the holes that I've put in my signature. See my holes, and I'm going to take my hole punch again, put it on the holes, and just now push it through. I suppose you can use a hole punch too, or the main thing is to just make sure your holes line up with your signature so that your signature goes into your cover evenly. If not, it might, stick out 1 inch over the top or something. It's not real favorable outcome unless that's what you want to do. Okay, so now I have my holes in my signature. I have kind of a bigger needle. It's kind of beat up because I use it quite a bit. I'm going to take my ribbon. Usually I measure about 3 lengths of my journal page signature. And then I'm going to put it through my needle. It might be a little challenging to get the ribbon through the hole, but I think it'll work. It's always on camera where it's not going to work. Okay, so then we go through our signature, and I sometimes like to pull it because I'm going to tie it on the inside, so pull it through so I can tie it, and I usually stick it underneath there so I don't, pull the darn thing all the way through. And so then I'll go into my cover. Pull that through. I'll go back into my hole down here. It's right there. And then in through the hole in the signature. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but because I have a ribbon in there, it's, kind of hard to pull. Hard to pull through the hole. Okay. Cute. And we're going to go back down through this hole here and into our cover. This time I got a pliers so I could pull it through easier. There. Whatever it takes. Okay, and then we're going to go back through this hole. I'm going to kind of push the ribbon out of the way. I don't want to really go through the ribbon. And back up through the hole in the book. Okay, there's coming up. Take my pliers so I can pull it through. Take my needle off. I'm going to take all my bobby pins off, and then I'm going to make sure that everything is tight the way I want it. Well, that's about right. Looks like they're both pretty tight. So then I go inside and I'm just going to tie a knot and then a bow. You can just have a knot too if you want, but you know, if it's too bulky with the bow, then just have the knot. Truthfully, I have never used ribbon before, so this is a first for me, but I just kind of like the look of the ribbon and the leather, and I'm going to cut that off right about here. So now our signature's in. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hole here, and I think instead of using this that comes with the kit, I found this ribbon that I kind of like a little bit better. And I think what sometimes when you're creating, that's kind of how it goes. Something, you know, you don't really know exactly how it all is going to look until you're done. So I think I'm going to put a hole in here with a grommet, and then I'm going to kind of tie it on there, and then I can, you know, wrap it and tie a bow. So I'm going to go get my hole punch, and I'm just going to use this grommet. I think that's what they're called. So I want to put it right kind of in the middle there. It's the right size hole. So make sure my pages aren't in there. I'm going to go in right about, what's the deal? Right about here, I think. I'm going to punch my hole. And put in my grommet. And then this squeezes it shut so that little stem goes in the top. And then, you know, hold it kind of level with your project. And then you just squeeze. And there you go. So now I have my grommet in there. So now I'm going to try this. Like I said, I have not done this before. So I'm going to put my ribbon in here. And I think, you know, I don't think I even have to tie it because it's in there tight enough. So I'm going to wrap it this way. And then wrap it this, oh, it's so cute. And then I'm going to tie it shut. Could have maybe made it a little longer, but you know. I'll just probably make a knot. So there it is. And you know, you don't have to have this flap on here, but I just, you know, that packaging I had the flap. If you don't like that, you can just, you know, cut it off and wrap your thing around there. But I kind of like the flap. It looks, you know, kind of like a little briefcase or something. So there we go. So open it up. Open the cover, and then we have all our pages. They're just all in there. Our coffee filter and our avocado dyed pages, and this is a bag. Probably to make this functional, you have to slit this end open. Old recipe page, catalog page, coffee dyed paper. This is an old page that's hanging on this bag. dictionary page and some Faux stationery. There's a music sheet and copy die. You know, and you can add, that's no book page. You can add, all the kits have the same pages in. Well, I mean, similar. And kind of a page from an Ideals magazine and a coloring book page and a children's page over this bag. Gardening page. So just a variety. Here's our middle. So then, you know, kind of continues on. I suppose the same would be for this bag. You'd have to slice it open to, you know, make it functional. Whatever you want to do. Oh, there's this little page in here. Just, you know, we could probably just, no, I guess we can't do that. I'll probably make a pocket for that. Could probably hang it. That didn't get in the, I don't understand why that didn't get in. Anyway, it didn't. Probably wasn't in the middle. And we got our bag here. And then you can add pockets, but I just wanted to come on and kind of take one of the kits and I just feel sold on the closure yet, but show you what you can do with the little kit. You know, it really didn't take me that long. And then you have a nice journal already to embellish however you would like. Then we have some other things that were in the kit. We have this envelope with this time card. It's kind of aged already. Otherwise, they're usually, you know, pretty light manila colored. And then this envelope with some stamping and the small envelope, coin envelope with a stamped boy on there, and then this piece of burlap. So I was thinking maybe I could glue this envelope in the front cover, and you can, you know, keep things in there. You can glue images on there, and the burlap can be used for a pocket. The little envelope can go on for a little flip out. And also the other envelope too. I can go on and move the pages to flip out. So I'll work on that a little bit, and then I'm going to be back and show you some of the things I did with the things in the kit. I have this book page. It's just an old book page from a school book. I'm going to kind of tear that and have that to fit on the envelope. Just kind of layered a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of guess here, rip it off. And this isn't in the kit, but I mean, everybody's got old book pages. And then I'm going to kind of glue it out onto there. I might ink around the edges a little bit just to give it some interest. So I have that page glued on there, and then sometimes I just sit around and make some things. I took some pictures out of a book and backed them with paper and sewed around the edges, and I'm just going to fit that right on there like a little pocket right there. So I think that'll be kind of cute. So I'll take my glue. I'm just going to glue around the 3 edges so it can be a pocket. I'm just going to stick that on right there because I think that looks kind of cute. Okay, and then I think what I'll do, I might ink around the edges a little bit on the envelope, and I'm just going to glue that right in there. I'm probably just going to glue it on 2 edges, so, you know, things can be stuck back here pretty freely, and also into the envelope too. Glued, you know, around the 2 edges, and I'm going to set that right in here, kind of over to this side a little bit, so if I want to think, someone wants to stick things in the pocket, you know, they can go in and out of there pretty easily. I did just a real little bit of inking. sometimes try not to ink, but you know, for me it just seems to add a little bit of dimension. So now we can, well, that doesn't really fit in there, but envelope can go in there, or little cards or tickets, and this I'm just gonna probably leave alone. Stick in here like this. Although what I might do is, because I still have this, I might just make a tab on the top of that. I cut just a little bit of that off and just glued it on there. You can always sew across there too, or add some bling, or whichever kind of theme you're going with for your journal. And then I'm just going to slip that in there. So then, you know, it kind of peeks out from the top. I like that. So now we have our inside cover, kind of cute. It's very cute. Like I said, you can always, that doesn't fit either. Kind of cute. Okay, so now, let's see, what else we got here? I'm going to take our envelope, and I added just a little bit of, cut some of that gold strip off and put it on my envelope there. And I usually like to try to pick a page that, maybe I'm going to pick this page on the back end of the book. Maybe about here. Oh, there's a coffee filter there. Kind of hard to decide some places where you want to put things. That's kind of the fun part. Maybe on this copy right here. I'm going to put it on this. I think that looks nice. I'm going to kind of glue it on here so it'll flip out. I can tuck things in there. Yeah. And then I want to make sure I'm just going to glue maybe a little bit on the flap here. Sometimes I like to cut my flaps off. Just makes it like a little nicer tuck spot. Maybe I'll do that. I did end up cutting the flap off, and then I put a little glue on this side of the envelope flap, and you know, the edges. I'm just gonna, I like it kind of in the middle. Cinch it up against the edge of the page, and then just push it down, because this is where we had our glue. We had our glue here, and we had our glue here. So now, you know, this is a little tuck spot now, like this. And then we go here, we can flip out, and then we can put things in here. But see, we don't want any glue here, because that'll hinder it from flipping out nice. So now we have our envelope in. Added a place we can tuck things there too. Now we have this coin envelope. So I think I'm just going to hang him on this bag like that. Like I said, this has to be cut open. I'm going to cut that open. And now we can get into our bag. I always like to tear my bags down a little bit in the center. It's kind of double thickness there. I'm going to start it with the scissors. I'll tear that down a little bit. And then I could just, you know, kind of fold them over. It just, to me, makes it easier for things to, see a seam right there. Cut that seam off. So then I would kind of just fold those open like that. Okay. So then I took our cardboard piece and I cut that down. I want to make a little pocket down here over these words. So again, I'm going to just glue it on, you know, on the bottom and the sides. And I'm going to stick that right here. So then I can have a pocket. I think I'm going to put this envelope in there. Just like that. Okay. So I think that's pretty much everything that comes in the kit. I have these little folding tickets in my Etsy store. I was going to kind of put that in here someplace in a little pocket. I thought that would be so cute. Oh, it's not cute. What I did was I just, well, they come in an 8 by 11 sheet, and then there's like 4 or 5 of these across the page. So then I cut it out, inked it, and then folded it. I glued in some fabric on the back there so that I could tie it shut. And then I'm just going to tie a little bow. I think this is like sari silk or something. Sari silk is so pretty. So there. So I'll put it this way. I'll stick that in there too. I think that's kind of cute. Oh, I know. Here. In a little pocket. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's about, oh, here, we'll cut this open. So the other part, the other side of the bag. Because I just added the bags in the kit. I didn't really do anything with them. You can do what you would like with them. This can probably be glued down. Things can be tucked in there. This can be covered up with something. You know, you could put a burlap over that if you wanted. Make another pocket there. It's kind of cute. I think I'll glue this down here. There. You know, the nice thing about the kit is, now look at, you know, I haven't been working on this really very long. And look at, I have a journal already. I'm already embellishing it. I mean, for me, the hardest thing sometimes is getting the papers together, what kind of papers I want to get, the copy dyeing of the papers, finding the old books that I want to use the papers in. I can waste so much time just trying to get my pages into a signature. So that's kind of what I like about kits. It just can get the paper for pretty reasonable, and, you know, some material for your cover and some little fun things to use. Get you started inside and, you know, build your own journal. And then the last thing was this little angel charm. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, I could pin it to the spine. I'm just going to pin it up here on this tab. So then the angel can hang down on my journal. Is that cute? I think it's cute. So there you go. So I'll link the kits down below. And like I said, try it out. And if you do get a kit and make one, you know, tag me. I would like to love to see how you, you know, make your kit too. You can stick pictures in there, or, you know, just anything. Thank you. Bye now. I'll probably add this journal to my Etsy listing. You know, it's just kind of a blank journal, so you can add your own things to it and have some fun with it. So that'll be listed in my Etsy store.